and Basics, and thank you for watching this jewelry tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create this pearl ring. All the materials can be bought on our website www.beadsandbasics.com, and you will only need about 3 different materials and some pliers, so let's get started. Here are the used materials. You will need freshwater pearls, and those are 5 millimeters. 0.3 millimeters copper wire, and this is in the color silver. Also 0.6 millimeters of the copper wire, also silver. A marker or something else round that you can wrap the ring around. It's preferred to have something that's the size of your finger, but if you don't have that, you can use a marker instead. Lastly, you will need a flat nose plier and a round nose plier. So I've started by cutting off 2 pieces of the 0.6 millimeter copper wire, and these are about 20 centimeters long. I also cut off a piece of 40 centimeters of the 0.3 millimeter copper wire, and then you can start by holding the 2 pieces together. And we're actually going to make this pattern that will be on the back of the ring. And we do this by wrapping the 0.3 millimeter copper wire around the 2 pieces of the 0.6 millimeter. You start a piece away from the starting point and you hold the 0.3 millimeter copper wire with your finger, or in this case with your thumb, and you wrap it around both wires. We do this for about 5 times and make sure that the 2 pieces of the 0.6 millimeters are staying next to each other and are not going to fold over one another. Three, 4, 5. So, and then you just push it with your nails towards each other. And as you can see, it's not very tight yet, and this is because the beginning is always the trickiest part, and we will unwind this later. This doesn't have to be neat, as long as you can continue tightly after this. So now we bend the upper wire upwards, and we go with the 0.3 millimeter wire around the lower 0.6 millimeter wire. Again, we do this 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Push this together with your nails again so we can make it more tight. But again, this piece will be removed later, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But once you've started, it will be a little easier, so don't worry if it's not perfect yet. Just trust the process. Then you push the 2 wires back together again, making them straight. And we wrap around both wires for 5 times again. So this one we're going to try and do a little tighter. This one we wrap 5 times, but at the 3rd time I wait a little bit and I push it together with my nails. This will make sure that everything is tighter along the way. So, and 5. After the 5th time you push everything together again, and then you will see that the piece we just did is much tighter than the first one. Next you open the top wire, and again we wrap around 5 times. For this one as well, we wait after the 3rd time and push everything together. 1, 2, and 3. But because now it looks a little bit loose, so I push everything together, and then I continue from this point on. As you can see, those look a little loose again, but when I push it together, it's more tight. And this is what the whole piece will look like. Now you bend and close it again and smooth or straighten it. So now you can leave the beginning piece in place, even though you're not completely satisfied with it. We take this off at the end, but for now you can continue to wrap this pattern for your ring. As I mentioned before, this will be the back of the ring, and this is where we needed the marker or the ring size. You bend it around the marker, and as you can see, this should be the ring size. You can also try it on if you want, and this pattern you actually do all the way through until you get to the front. For ring size 18, 8 or 57, you need to wrap around both wires for about 11 times. This is of course without counting the beginning, but I'll show you that in a minute. So don't count the first 2 wrappings if you plan on taking them off. As you can see here, I'm done with this piece, and for my ring size I've wrapped around both wires for about 11 times, and this is without counting the first 2. And the first 2 we're going to take off again, like I said before. These are not very neat, and you will otherwise see them very clearly in the front of the ring. So, and it's best to measure around the marker again. So, and so you can see very well that this will be the front, where we will make the curls and where we will attach the pearl bead. And you will see that the wrapped part is stopping right here, and that's how I know that it's about the right size. Now we can cut off this piece, and you can turn it with the flat nose plier against the 2 wires and just squeeze it flat. Feel every now and then if it's still sharp, and then press it even tighter. And then the beginning is neatly finished, as you can see here. This we will also do on the other side. You cut it off and squeeze it again with the flat nose pliers around the 2 wires. So, and then the piece will look like this. As you can see, the wires have moved a little, so I'm going to cut it to the same length. And on this side I'm going to cut it on the same length as well, because you won't need the whole piece. Then I fold it around the marker again to make it in shape. And you can try the ring on to see if it's still the right size. Then I bend it straight again because I see for me it fits very well. And I split the 2 wires apart from each other. And now we use the round nose pliers to make an eyelet. Choose a good size. I chose about 1/3 of the round nose pliers. Take the end and bend it downwards. Then go over the ring and back up again. And so you can see I made an eyelet. I repeat this on the other side as well, again keeping it about 1/3 of the pliers. This way you will make sure that the sizes are the same. Bend it down over your work and back up again. Then push it flat so it's at the same height as the other one, and repeat this on the other side. Now you can see that the eyelets are quite equal, and then I split them a little further apart and we make another eyelet. We leave a little bit in between right here, and then you put your round nose pliers back on about 1/3. This time we bend the wire inwards, so. Then you bend it downwards and to the side. And this one doesn't have to be completely closed because we're going to cut off a piece later. I'll show you again. You take 1/3 of the round nose pliers and bend the wire inwards, downwards and to the side, like so. And as you can see, this eyelet is a little smaller and sits a bit higher. You can adjust it by pushing the round nose pliers in, and you turn it a little further back, so to speak. That's what I'm doing with this one, like that. And then you can see that they're equal again. Now we do the same on the other side. Now it's important that the two upper eyelets are the same size, because these ones are the most visual on the front of the ring. And then we cut off the inner piece so that you actually get a hook. And you do this on the other sides as well. You really want to have a bit of an opening so that the wire we're about to wrap around these hooks is able to fit in between. Now I'm going to measure it around the marker again. And I'm going to measure it around my finger. And I think it's still the right size. If you notice that it's too wide or you have too much of a gap in between, you can always fill it up with 3 pearls instead of 1, like I did here. And it will look like this. So you don't have to start all over again, you just make a ring with 3 pearls. When you're happy with your size, you just grab another piece of the 0.3mm wire, and I think it's about 15 centimeters, and we're gonna make a corner or a hook like this, and you're gonna hook it around the opening we just made. Then you're gonna fold both ends towards each other, and you're gonna flip it over to the other side, like so. I hope you can see it on camera, but you can see that I made it more secure. Now you can use your round nose or your flat nose pliers to curve the wire, because we have to put it through the first eyelet, like so, and pull it tight. And then you're gonna go from the back of the ring through the lower eyelet, or pull it through and flip it over. So as you can see, we're wrapping it around the middle part of the ring. And we're going to do about 3 wrappings, because we're going to use our starting point to wrap around as well. So that will be the 4th or the 5th time. So when you wrap it around 3 times, it will be secure enough. Like so. Once you did that, you're going to choose a pearl, or if you have a larger gap, you're going to choose 3 pearls. And we're going to thread the pearl onto the wire, like so. So I'm going to make another hook, and we're going to repeat this process on the other side. So we go through the eyelet, and we wrap it around, like so. And this time I'm doing it about 4 times, and then I cut it off at about ½ centimeter. And I'm going to secure this part as well. So make sure that there are no sharp points left anymore. And we're going to use the round nose or the flat nose plier. It depends on how tight your eyelets are. And just make sure that it's not sticking out anymore. Then we're going to do that on the other side as well. And then your ring is finished. As I mentioned before, you can also choose to create a ring with 3 pearls, just to make another variation on this design. You can also choose to create this with gemstone beads. Take a look in our web shop, because we have a lot of different colors of gemstone beads. So you can create this ring design in different colors. I hope you liked this tutorial and that you're going to create the ring yourself. If you did, feel free to share your creation on Instagram using our hashtag #BeadsandBasics. All the materials can be bought on our website www.beadsandbasics.com. And if you would like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!